Every year, millions of people promise themselves that this will be different. They'll finally wake up early, exercise consistently, stop procrastinating, read more books, become healthier, become successful. But just a few weeks later, everything goes back to normal. The alarm gets snoozed, the gym membership is forgotten, the books collect dust, and life continues exactly the same. Why? Are most people simply lazy? Not really. The real reason is much deeper. Almost everyone is trying to change the wrong thing. And once you understand this, you'll never look at self-improvement the same way again. Imagine two people. Both decide to transform their lives today. They both buy the same books, watch the same motivational videos, set the same ambitious goals. At first, everything looks identical. But 6 months later, one person has completely transformed. The other is exactly where they started. So what happened? It wasn't intelligence. It wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was something much smaller, something almost invisible. Most people believe change begins with motivation. They wait until they feel ready. Tomorrow, next Monday, next month, next year. But motivation is unreliable. Some days it's there, most days it isn't. If your success depends on feeling motivated, your future depends on your emotions. And emotions change constantly. That's why motivation creates inconsistency. Consistency creates results. Here's what almost nobody talks about. People don't act according to their goals. They act according to their identity. Someone who says, "I'm trying to quit smoking," still believes they're a smoker. Someone who says, "I don't smoke," has already changed their identity. The action becomes easier because it matches who they believe they are. Your brain constantly asks one question: what would someone like me do? And then it follows that answer. There's another problem. Most people try to change their lives overnight. New diet, new routine, new habits, new schedule, new mindset. Everything at once. Your brain sees this as danger. It wants safety, familiarity, comfort. That's why it quietly pushes you back to your old life. Not because you're weak, because your brain is protecting what feels familiar. Real change happens differently. It starts with tiny evidence. Reading one page, doing one push-up, walking for 5 minutes, writing one sentence. Small actions seem meaningless, but your brain notices something. It says, maybe this is who we are now. Every tiny action becomes proof, not for the world, but for yourself. Imagine dropping a single drop of water onto a rock. Nothing happens. Another drop. Still nothing. 100 drops. Nothing. 1,000 drops. Still almost nothing. But after years, the rock begins to change shape. Not because one drop was powerful, because they never stopped falling. People are exactly the same. It's never one decision. It's thousands of tiny decisions repeated over time. So, why do 99% of people never change? Because they chase motivation. Instead of building identity, they expect huge results from tiny effort, then they quit before change has time to appear. The people who transform their lives aren't different. They simply understand one truth. Your future isn't created by one big decision. It's created by hundreds of tiny ones, every single day. So don't ask yourself, how can I change my life? Ask yourself, what would the person I want to become do today? Then do that, even if it's only one tiny step. Because that's how every extraordinary life begins. One decision, one action, one day at a time.